All right, boys. We need to get the shocks fixed on this sucker. They are blown. It leans real hard to one side, and I don't remember which side that is, but it leans hard to one side. So we're going to pull him off. We're going to take him to Brockstar. He does snow bikes and stuff, but his big thing is suspension. So we're going to have him rebuild our suspension and get him back on. So this sucker is a sweet sled. I love it. And we need to get it riding sweet. So some shock work. So we'll get going. So pulling these off, it'll just be 9/16 on each side here. Boom. And then up here, boom, boom. And then I just have this jack set up here with a board on it, which I'll jack up after I get these broken loose. And that way I can kind of, I don't want to shake it around too much, especially where it's up on the stand here. But then I'll put some blocks under and have it just sitting here waiting for the shocks to be done. But yeah, so we'll pop those off. They're probably rusted on there pretty good. Yep, they're on there pretty good. It's a two-hand job. I don't know. Here, we'll set this here. Yep, that didn't work. All right, we'll see. Here. Oh. Yeah, they're on there. Yeah, you can need more hands and less phones falling over, but yeah, we'll pop them off. You probably noticed that I'm wearing different clothes. All right, I only had a couple minutes last time, so got this bolt off. Now I'm gonna take the rest of this off. So I have a little more time right now. So we clean up a little bit of this mess here, and then we'll get jumping into getting these shocks off. So time lapse. This one is off. It's right there. This guy over here is being a real bugger. It's there's bushings in here, and the bolt has seized up to that bushing. So I don't know. I guess maybe I could try spinning it a few more times on there, trying to get it out. If not, I started loosening this. I'm gonna have to take the trailing arm off. Also, it looks like it's bent anyways, so I have another one, I believe. So throw that one on, check this out. Bolt didn't come out, so I'm gonna have to take the trailing arm off, which maybe isn't the worst thing, because then I should probably replace it. I think I have another one. So I started pulling off these, but my kids are coming home from school, so I gotta go. So we'll get on another day. For you, it'll be like right now, but for me, it'll be probably tomorrow. So anyways, these old sleds, there's always something doesn't go totally right. Can't all be easy, right? At least the ski bolt will come out because I just put that in. All right, we'll see what we can do. Okay, I'm back. I know it didn't seem like I was gone, but I think what I'm gonna do, pop the ski off, pop this off, and then pop the trailing arm off. That way I can just take it and the shock back over there, and we'll get taking it off. Yeah, I'll do that real quick, and we'll see what we got here. Yeah, this kind of stuff is always frustrating, but I think it kind of just, I was thinking about it yesterday as I was walking up to the house. I think it's just part of old sleds is just having this kind of stuff happen. So old anything, right? Old trucks, old cars, old, anything that you're working on that's old is going to give you troubles like this. So just got to learn to deal with it. My dad was always the best at like getting this stuff off. So that would be nice to have him here, but I mean, he's not dead, but he's just in Colorado and I'm in Utah. So anyways, yeah, we'll get going. trailing arm off. I do have a new one, which is here. This one is bent. I'll probably keep it around, but let me go ahead and throw this new one on. And I don't know if I'm gonna have to cut this bolt or how I'm gonna get it off. I don't know. Yeah, we gotta take. There's a couple bushy things on here, maybe. Anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna get that switched around and get back to it. All right, I went to the dealer. He couldn't get it off, the bolt off. So he said that I should cut it. So that's what we are gonna do right now. So we're gonna cut this sucker off. Hopefully it's not hard. It's gonna be hard. I shouldn't even hope that it's gonna be easy. But you know what? That's just part of old sleds, you know? Sometimes you just, or old things like we were talking about, you know? But I don't know if I should try a hacksaw first or if I should try Sawzall. I really don't want to mess up the shock, so I might just take forever and just put you guys on a time lapse, put a book on in my ear, and just saw away. We'll see. Probably do that. All right, I was able to get it off. I had to do some cutting, but this thing's definitely seen better days, huh? But not too bad. I'll keep this trailing arm around just in case, like an emergency. But yeah. So now I gotta. Oh, something fell. Now I gotta find what tap to use to do this greaser in the new one. And then we will put that in and start reassembling the trailing arm back onto the sled. And then I'll get these shocks rebuilt. Got the new trailing arm mostly on. I just have to tighten this up. I'm waiting for like little bushings to go here and here before I put, like, I guess you call it spindle in. But we got it tightened down back there. I'll tighten up these two trailing arms, and then we're kind of just waiting for parts after that, I think, you know. Yeah, so we'll get this done, then we'll get those parts and going. But I'll tighten these up real quick. All right. These are on. Everything's put together that I have so far. So, I mean, I got to wait for parts for a while. So we'll clean up and start waiting. I'll get the shock shipped off. And yeah. All right, this has been a while for me. For you, it's been seconds. But we've got our shocks back and we're ready to put them on. So we'll pull these out here. Oh yeah. Okay, so we'll throw these shocks on and get this sled ready. So springtime kits, we can go out and ride them. So Brock Star Performance Rebuilt these. If you've got like a dirt bike suspension you want either rebuilt or set up better, he can do that. If you have a snow bike, he's the master at setting up snow bikes. So check him out for that. He said that these were awful. So, well, one was totally blown out, right? So obviously that one was awful. But we'll go ahead and throw these on. Time lapse going for that, and yeah, sweet. All right, it's for you. It's been seconds. For me, it's been forever. Working on this again. Okay, finally just asked my dad to make me one. Got our bushing for this shock. Probably talked about already. Rockstar rebuilt our front shocks. We got the new plastic bushing for here. You've probably seen all this that I've talked about. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to grease this, install it, and then this would be the spindle. Then we will probably put the ski on, then the shocks on. So I'll get that put in, and then we'll get back to you. We'll have the time lapse going. So let's get to it. All right, we've got this on. I filled it up with grease, and then I got the ski on. So now we'll hook the shocks back in with the new bushing, and I am gonna grease those a little bit. I don't know if it's necessary, but I just, I feel like it's a good idea. So, yep, we'll throw the shocks back in. I can't remember, I think I had to take the hood off or do something weird before. Anyways. We'll get those shocks back in and go to the next thing. This sled is ready to be taken down and do some more testing. I need to figure out it's loading up when I get on, if I get it on edge and then give it some gas, it loads up, and then I have to hold the brake and like give it gas for a while to clear it out. So may need to get new floats for it. I don't know. We're gonna have to talk to some guys and figure some things out. So yeah, but we have the wrap for this guy. We have the floats. So that's pretty much what's happening with this one. For right now, new suspension is in, which is nice because it looks like it's holding it up way more even. So that's good. Yeah, thanks for being here. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.